Prepare for a national emergency. A guide to getting it done without getting freaked out. Transcend the bullshit. My dad had this poster framed and hung proudly on the wall. It is my most prized possession, and also the theme of this piece. It is a stressful and uncertain time, but remember, we are Americans. We get through hard shit. Don't let them take your power, and don't let them take your joy. Image. Golden orb with stylized lettering in a circular pattern reading Transcend the Bullshit. First, take a breath. Okay, thanks to Canada and Mexico having the guts to stand up to our current fascist government, we have about 3 weeks to get ready. Trump's threatened tariffs have been delayed, but we cannot rest. We must assume that we have just under 30 days to prepare for a trade war that will increase the cost of goods by at least 25%. It's time to do what we can to protect ourselves, our families, and our communities. This guide will take you through how to shop, where to shop, what to buy, food/food prep and storage slash household essentials and storage, food prep ideas, doing the cooking, if you're on your own, mending and making do, clothing, getting creative, mutual aid makes us stronger, and supporting unhoused people. Okay, let's go. Image description. Squirrel on a park bench, standing on its hind legs with forelegs flung triumphantly into the air. Above it are the words, "Let's do this." How to shop. It's logical to assume that people will be panic buying/stocking up. Companies know this. It's also likely that they will launch sales during the next 3 weeks to encourage customers to buy as much as possible. Take advantage of this and stock up on things you use regularly. Look for things you can buy in bulk, large size packages, BOGO sales, buy one, get one free, and buy X items for X dollars. These are often mix and match. Tip. Ads for most grocery chains come out on Tuesday or Wednesday, so time your shopping to take advantage of specials. How to shop. Group shopping. Get together with family, friends, coworkers, and neighbors to buy groceries you need, then distribute them and split the cost according to what each household gets. Remember people who don't have their own transportation when creating your buying group, especially seniors and disabled folks. Costco members. Bring people with you who aren't members, or at least take along a list of items they need. Divide and conquer. You don't need to limit yourselves to one store, but you don't have to run all over town either. If a store has a great deal, the person who lives closest goes to buy. And consider bartering. Trade ingredients and a cut of the meal for the cooking with someone who cannot afford to stock up on food. Or help with prep, packaging, and cleanup for a bulk cook. Heck, trade for whatever, even watching kids during a cooking party. Don't forget, some people like to cook and others like to bake. Share the deliciousness. How to shop. Be generous. Don't forget to reward those who do big shopping/driving excursions. Ideas. Pay for a favorite treat/beverage on your tab. Homemade goodies. Or let them use their grocery membership card/rewards credit card for the entire order, so they get all the perks. Pay them in advance for your share, if necessary. Where to shop? Prioritize these businesses. As of early February 2025, these are some grocery companies holding the line on DEI, aka declare everyone's important, slash, aka basic human decency and fairness. Costco, Wegmans, Meijer, Grocery Outlet, Dollar Tree, Kroger, Baker's, City Market, Dillon's, Food for Less, JC Food Store, King Soopers, Mariano's, Metro Market, Payless Supermarkets, Pick and Save, Foods Co., Fry's, Gerb's, Fred Meyer, QFC, Ralph's, Trader Joe's, Ruler, Smith's Food and Drug, Winco, Albertsons, Safeway, Giant, and CVS. Where to shop? Places to avoid. Many businesses have capitulated to Trump's UBO initiative, uniformity, bias, and omission, and are rolling back DEI policies. Let them enjoy looking at their full shelves and wonder why we aren't including them. Walmart, and by definition, Sam's Club, Target, Whole Foods, and Amazon. Sometimes, however, you truly have no other choice. If that's the case, do what you have to do. Just be nice to the staff. It's not their fault. Also, feel free to mutter mean things about the corporate leadership to make your shopping experience more enjoyable. If you have to use Amazon, it's better to not pay for Prime, as that's where they make a lot of their money. And if you need to use them, prioritize ordering things from small businesses in the US. What to buy? Food. Staples: rice, steel cut oats, couscous, beans, dry or canned, flour, sugar, onions, potatoes slash sweet potatoes, cooking oil, olive oil, juice, and bulk coffee. Get a reusable coffee pod filter. It's 3 to 5 times cheaper to fill your own. And protein: beef roast, pork butt, pork loin, ground meat, family packs of chicken slash pork chops, whole chickens, rotisserie chicken. Costco is the best deal. Fish, frozen, is much cheaper than fresh. Bricks of cheese, canned tuna, and plain yogurt. Mix with honey, jam, or fruit for healthier, yummier, and cheaper alternatives to pre-flavored yogurt. What to buy continued. Frozen or canned veggies, frozen or canned fruit, applesauce, cream of soups for use in recipes, pasta sauce, canned tomato products, including paste, better than bouillon. This is my only specific product plug. It comes in a bunch of flavors and costs about $6 per jar. Keeps for a long time in the fridge after opening. Jam, peanut butter or other nut slash seed butter, and staple sauces, soy, hot, etc. Also bread, tortillas, pasta, minced garlic in a jar. Use fresh garlic if you're a purist, but for the rest of us, garlic is fine. And staple spices. Fresh foods. If you find good prices on fresh fruits and veggies, go for it. Many are imported, but this is where buying local will save your budget. Tip: you can freeze many staples like milk, cheese, butter, bananas, coffee, brown sugar, and eggs. You can find instructions online. And be sure to check ingredients for hidden allergens if you have people with sensitivities. What to buy? Food prep and storage. You'll need to store all the food you buy and cook. You may have some of these already. Freezer bags. They come in pint, quart, and gallon. Food storage containers. Freezer and microwave safe. Plastic wrap. Aluminum foil. Aluminum trays for bulk cooking. Ice cube trays. I promise. Vegetable chopper. Not necessarily essential, but incredibly helpful if you struggle with cooking for whatever reason. Mason jars. Again, not essential, but very useful for making overnight oats, freezing a big batch of smoothie, storing baking essentials slash snacks, etc. And a freezer thermometer. Tip: many restaurant supply stores are open to the public. Also, Dollar Tree, aka $1.25 tree, is a good source and supports DEI initiatives. What to buy? Household essentials and storage. Over the counter medications, pain relievers, antibiotic ointment, hydrocortisone cream, gas slash heartburn medication, Pepto Bismol slash Elmodium, antihistamines, cough medicine, cold slash flu medication, feminine hygiene products, emergency contraception, diapers, toothpaste, band aids, paper towels, toilet paper, dishwasher detergent, laundry soap, dish soap, shampoo, hand soap, trash bags, plastic bottles for divvying up essentials, plastic slash glass jars for divvying up essentials, batteries, cleaning supplies, and pet food. Tip: call your doctors and get 90-day supplies of prescription medications, if possible. Food prep ideas. A basic principle of food prep is cook once, eat twice, or more. Most of these ideas involve cooking in bulk, a large recipe or a large piece of meat, and then portioning it out into amounts you can use over time. Freeze meat in amounts you would be likely to use for a single meal, 1 or 1.5 pounds per bag. Shred rotisserie chicken meat off the bone. Make soup with the bones. Shred slash cut up large pieces of cooked meat. Make and freeze, you can even pre-cook, meatballs and ground meat patties slash crumbles. Roast, saute, or grill meat and freeze in meal portion sizes. Pull out and mix with veggies, potatoes, rice, pasta, couscous, beans, salad, etc. for an easy meal. Season packs of meat with different flavors for variety. Example, Mexican spices, Italian herbs, just salt slash pepper, barbecue or simmer sauce. And look up how to freeze fresh vegetables. You'll need to blanch them first. Food prep ideas continued. Look up easy to freeze recipes. Some of my faves are egg muffins, quesadillas, mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, and soups. One of my only specific website plugs is mjandhungryman.com. This site has tons of great recipes for babies, toddlers, and kids that adults will enjoy as well. Remember to label your storage containers. Packages of frozen meat tend to look very much the same. Put a piece of tape on the bag or container before you freeze it and write what's in the container, how much of it there is, the date you freeze it, and recommended storage time, 2 months, 6 months, etc. Store shorter freezer life items in the door or front. If you have someone with a special diet, vegan, gluten-free, etc., be sure to list that as well. Doing the cooking. Lean into community. Make meal prep fun. Have cooking parties. Cook large quantities with friends and swap meals so everyone gets a variety. Use communal kitchen spaces to cook large batches. See if your place of worship has a kitchen or your apartment complex has a clubhouse. Is there a community center you can use? If you have a large kitchen, invite someone over who lives in an apartment. Share kitchen appliances with family, friends, and neighbors. Blender, food processor, crock pot, Dutch oven, cookie sheets, large pots and pans. Share food storage space if you have the room. Freezers, storage in a garage or basement for paper goods, etc. It's cold in a lot of places, but if you have a barbecue and are able, use it to help with bulk meat prep. Tip: invite people who may not be able to help cook. Stories, company, and laughter are just as important as chopping veggies. Doing the cooking. Have fun. Cooking feels like a tedious chore to many of us. Here are some ways to zhuzh up the experience. 1. Put on your favorite TV/radio show, podcast, or music. 2. Call someone you love on speakerphone or video chat. 3. Let your kids help in whatever way they can. 4. Come up with a household restaurant name and make a logo and menus. Another great way to involve kids. 5. Dress up fancy for dinner. 6. Have an indoor picnic. 7. Have people make videos, take photos, draw pictures of you cooking slash the finished meal. Great way to involve kids. 8. Share your cooking videos slash photos slash art on social media. 9. Post reviews of your meals on social media. Get creative. And 10. Share recipes, tips, and tricks on social media. Doing the cooking. Get weird. 1. Dance while you cook. 2. Pretend you're on your favorite cooking show. 3. Pretend you're Julia Child or your favorite cooking show personality. 4. Call the cooks chef. 5. Come up with fancy descriptions of your meals. Today I have prepared for you. 6. Make up silly songs about the process. 7. Don costumes for meals. 8. Say weird things in silly voices before you eat, like enjoy in a French accent. 9. Watch reaction videos to terrible recipes and know what you're making isn't that bad. And 10. Have your friends, coworkers, and family post reaction videos of your cooking. Tip: remind yourselves that y'all are experiencing more joy and love than most billionaires will ever know. If you're on your own. If you live alone and food tends to go bad before you use it, consider spending a bit more for options that are easier for you to use fully. It will save you money in the long run. Pre-cut veggies, steam in-bag veggies, boil in-bag rice, 90-second microwave rice, pre-sliced or shredded cheese, single-serve applesauce/fruit containers, frozen fruit, and pre-cooked hard-boiled eggs. Remember those ice cube trays? Use them to freeze leftovers from those jars and cans you saved because you didn't need it all for a recipe. The stuff that all ends up as a science experiment in the back of your fridge. Then pop them out and store in a plastic bag in the freezer. Barbecue sauce, pasta sauce, tomato paste, and simmer sauces. A note to let you know I've been there. Heck, I'm still there. Don't get down on yourself for using a delivery service. For some of us, it's a lifeline, not a convenience. As long as you save more on your order than the delivery fees, it's all good. Please tip the delivery driver as you're able. Tip: some stores offer a lower delivery fee if you schedule it for the day after you place your order. Don't feel weird about asking for help or joining a buying group. We're all in this together. Also, you can still do the fun and weird stuff suggested a few slides back, even if you're by yourself. Mending and making do. Tariffs are likely going to make everything more expensive. Not just food, but clothing, transportation, household goods, and electronics. And if social safety net programs are dismantled, many of us will have to make do with less. This is the time to revive our grandparents' mantra from the Depression: use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. Clothing. Unfortunately, no matter how many pairs of jeans or nice shirts you have, they won't last forever. And most of us don't have enough space or money to stockpile years' worth of clothing. Knowing how to extend the life of your clothes will save you a lot of money. It can also be a way of expressing your personality. And you don't have to sew your clothes from scratch. Start small. Reinforce buttons before they fall off. Turn up the hem of pants if they start to fray. Make them into capris or ankle length. You can find many websites and YouTube videos to learn more about mending almost anything. You can even learn to darn holes in sweaters decoratively. Tip: thrift stores are fun places to shop and save money on clothes. Image description: pocket on a pair of jeans with a small red patch shaped like a heart and white star embellishments. Getting creative. Remember what I said about cooking? Sometimes you need to lean into community. It applies to more than just food. Ride share when possible. Take turns for common destinations like school or work. Organize a clothing exchange at a school or place of worship where people can swap clothing they no longer want, as long as it's in good condition. Barter with friends or neighbors. If someone you know sews, maybe you could cook in exchange for them sewing a shirt for you. Note: to keep this fair, exchange work based on the time each of you spends, and each of you should provide your own materials. Make new clothes by upcycling items you already have. Vintage tablecloths and sheets are excellent sources of fabric for dresses, shirts, smocks, or pants. Sweaters can be altered and embellished, etc. Pinterest and YouTube are great sources of inspiration. See if your area has a repair cafe. There are hundreds around the country. These are volunteer events where people with skills in different areas fix items free of charge. You can check to see if any exist in your area at repaircafe.org/en. Mutual aid makes us stronger. Remember the most vulnerable among us: seniors, disabled folks, veterans, anyone who's struggling financially, and unhoused folks. It's cold. Consider going through your family's wardrobes and collecting warm clothing you no longer use or your kids have outgrown. Donating these to people in need means they will not have to use precious dollars buying those things. If you can afford to do more slash how to do more, stock up now on non-perishable food to donate later. The need is going to skyrocket. Buy grocery gift cards to distribute to those who will need it in your community, workplace, place of worship, etc. Shop sales for household essentials that are already expensive: feminine hygiene products, diapers, formula, toilet paper, laundry soap, adult incontinence supplies, over the counter medications, toothpaste, soap, shampoo, etc., and donate them to people in need. Mutual aid makes us stronger. Continued. Call around to find places near you that take donations. Some ideas: senior centers, community centers, places of worship, resettlement/immigrant assistance agencies, veterans organizations, homeless shelters, domestic violence shelters. They often have off-site drop-off locations for safety. Schools. Many have caring closets for families in need. Daycare centers and tiny house villages. These are for sheltering unhoused people. Several states and cities have them. At least in Washington state, most villages have an on-site trailer with a communal kitchen, often including commercial fridge/freezer space. Tip: cancel a subscription or more that you don't use at least 3 times a week and use that money to buy essentials for someone else. Supporting unhoused people. Keep bottled water and individual bags of non-perishables in your car. Gallon bags work well. You can also use plastic bags from the grocery store. Always include plastic utensils. A napkin or paper towel would also be appreciated. Buy cheap food storage containers. You can get them most places for about 50 cents each, or from a restaurant supply store for as little as 20 cents each. Wash empty yogurt, sour cream, etc. containers for giving out home-cooked meals. Take a moment to tape a caring note on top. Portion out dry pet food into quart or gallon Ziploc bags. Pets are not a luxury for unhoused people. They are a lifeline, and most will feed their animals before themselves. I've seen this countless times. If you go to a restaurant, give away your leftovers. Cut some off and set it aside if it's a really big portion. Restaurants will give you a set of plastic utensils and a bag upon request. Food ideas for unhoused people. Fresh fruit. I'm not kidding. Fresh fruit always brings out the biggest smiles and thanks. Canned soup, fruits, veggies with a pull tab. Yes, it will likely be eaten cold, but it's far better and more nutritious than whatever folks could buy at a gas station or corner store with the money you give them. Portion out family-sized bags of crackers into Ziploc bags. Cut up blocks of cheese and portion out into Ziploc bags. Buy discounted candy after Valentine's Day. You'd be surprised how much a little treat can make someone feel human or seen. Flavored tuna salad pouches. Not a ton of calories, but 13 plus grams of protein per serving. And electrolyte/emergency packets can often get for 50 cents or less each. Home cooked meals: beans and rice, ramen with veggies and beans or meat, mac and cheese, portions of your bulk cooked meals, roasted squash, baked/mashed potatoes, cheesy grits, quesadillas. Add hot dogs or meat from your bulk cooks for more nutrition. A final note. A fairly significant side benefit of planning and buying ahead is that you won't have to participate in Trump's tariff scheme for a while once it takes effect. Every day that you do not buy his artificially inflated goods is a political act of resistance. If enough Americans stop or limit buying, it will make a difference. Rich people notice when their profits dip, and they don't like it. You may be thinking, but what if it doesn't happen? Fingers crossed that Trump caves. If so, great. You will have lost nothing, but gained so much. You'll have created community. You'll have connected with family, friends, coworkers, and neighbors. You'll have had fun, and you won't have to cook or go grocery shopping for a while. No matter what happens, we win. Ember says, "Hey, we got this." Image description: photo taken from below of a black cat
peeking over the edge of her climby climb hammock.